Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let's get right into it. The question I get every single day is no longer if AI is the future, but how to invest in it. We're past the initial 2023 hype wave. Now, we're in the trenches trying to figure out which companies will actually be the dominant forces, not just next quarter, but in 2026 and beyond. The market is noisy, the valuations are stretched, and it's incredibly difficult to separate the real, durable value from the marketing fluff. You're worried about missing the next Nvidia, but you're also terrified of buying the next .com bubble casualty at its absolute peak. That's the core problem we're tackling today. This isn't just a list of the hottest stocks right now. This is a carefully constructed portfolio of 10 companies I believe are positioned to be the undisputed leaders in the new age of intelligence by 2026. This is your long-term AI playbook. So let's start with the one everyone is obsessed with, the one that defines the entire market, Nvidia. The first question is always, is it too late? Look, the days of buying Nvidia for 20 times earnings are long gone, and they are never coming back. But the thesis for 2026 isn't about capturing the past, it's about understanding the future. Nvidia's moat isn't just its hardware, it's GPUs. That's what people miss. Its moat is CUDA, the software platform that developers, researchers and universities have spent over a decade building on. You cannot just switch from CUDA to a competitor. It would be like asking an entire continent to suddenly start speaking a new language. By 2026, the story will have evolved. We're seeing the Blackwell platform roll out, but the next generation will be in development, and the demand will not just be from the cloud giants. The new massive wave of demand is coming from sovereign AI nations, from France to Japan to Saudi Arabia, are all building their own national AI clouds. They are not asking for a few thousand chips. They are ordering hundreds of thousands. They cannot be reliant on us. Base cloud providers, this is a multi-trillion-dollar arms race, and Nvidia is the only arms dealer. Furthermore, by 2026, their automotive and healthcare divisions will be multi-billion-dollar businesses in their own right, moving them from a chip company to a full-stack AI platform company. The valuation is high, but the execution and the strategic lock-in are, right now, flawless. Next, we have to talk about the company that is actually monetizing generative AI at scale faster than anyone else. Microsoft. If Nvidia is the picks and shovels, Microsoft is the first and largest gold mine. Their $10 billion investment in OpenAI was the shrewdest strategic move of the decade. They don't just have a partnership, they have integrated AI into their entire ecosystem. The 2026 thesis for Microsoft is simple. Copilot by 2026, paying an extra $30 per month per user for AI-assisted Office, Windows, and Teams will be as standard as paying for Microsoft Office itself. This is a recurring revenue stream of unbelievable scale and margin. It's an upgrade cycle for their entire global install base. And that's just the application layer. On the infrastructure side, Azure is the default enterprise cloud for companies that want to access OpenAI's models. They are capturing demand from every angle. While Google is building a fantastic competitor, Microsoft is already selling the product. For corporations, adopting Microsoft's AI tools is a simple, low-friction decision. It lives inside the software they already use every day. Microsoft is the safe, blue-chip way to own the AI revolution. And by 2026, its leading enterprise AI adoption will be staggering. But you cannot talk about AI without talking about the research leader Alphabet Google. For the past year, Google has been perceived as being on its back foot, reacting to OpenAI. This perception is, in my opinion, a massive opportunity. The 2026 thesis for Google is that the sleeping giant is now fully awake. They have DeepMind and Google Brain, arguably the most talented collection of AI researchers on the planet. Their Gemini model is not just a competitor to GPT-4, it was built from the ground up to be truly multimodal. More importantly, Google has distribution channels that are unmatched. They have Search, Android, YouTube, and Chrome. As they natively integrate Gemini into these products, they can reach billions of users instantly. Think about AI-powered search results that don't just link you but answer you. Think about YouTube creating custom summaries or even talking to you about the video. But the real dark horse for 2026 is Waymo. While Tesla gets the headlines for FSD, Waymo has been quietly operating fully autonomous ride-hailing services for years. By 2026, Waymo could be expanding to multiple cities, finally proving the autonomous vehicle business model. Google is an AI-first company that's been doing this for over a decade. They own the data, they own the research, and they own the distribution. The market is nervous about the search business. I'm focused on the AI-fueled growth of their entire ecosystem. Now, let's move a layer deeper into the supply chain. If you want to build the advanced chips that power NVIDIA, AMD, or Google's TPUs, you have to buy your most critical equipment from one company, period. That company is ASML Holding. This is one of the most durable monopolies on Earth. ASML is the only company that makes the highly complex extreme ultraviolet EUV lithography machines needed to etch the transistors on modern chips. These machines cost over $200 million each and are the size of a bus. Without them, you are stuck making last-generation technology. The 2026 thesis for ASML is the next upgrade cycle. We are moving from 3-nanometer chips to 2-nanometer and beyond. This requires ASML's next-generation high-NA EUV machines, which will cost closer to $400 million each. Every single major chip fabricator, TSMC, Intel, Samsung, must buy these machines to stay competitive. This isn't an optional upgrade. This is a non-negotiable cost of doing business. ASML's order backlog is years long. This is not a high-flying growth stock in the same way. It is a long-term compounder that holds the keys to the entire semiconductor kingdom. It's the ultimate picks and shovels play. Rounding out our infrastructure and enablers category is a more nuanced pick, Broadcom. While NVIDIA dominates the merchant GPU market, the biggest cloud providers, Google, Meta, Amazon, are all racing to build their own custom AI chips or ASICs to reduce their reliance on NVIDIA and optimize for their specific workloads. And who is the king of designing and delivering this high-performance custom silicon? Broadcom, Google's TPUs. That's a partnership with Broadcom. They are the silent partner to the giants. But that's only half the story. The 2026 thesis is a two-part punch. First, this custom chip business will continue to boom as the sovereign AI trend also drives demand for non-NVIDIA custom solutions. Second, their acquisition of VMware was transformative. It turned Broadcom from a hardware company into a hybrid hardware and enterprise software juggernaut. They are now providing the private cloud infrastructure that is essential for companies that can't put all their sensitive data on the public cloud to train AI. Broadcom now controls the software stack for the private cloud and the custom chips for the public cloud. It's a brilliant, diversified strategy that the market is still learning to appreciate. If you're getting value from this deep dive analysis, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel reach more people who are trying to navigate this complex market. And it lets me know that you want more content just like this. And if you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do it so you don't miss the next video. Alright, let's move to the application layer. This is where the rubber meets the road, companies using AI to create value for businesses. My first pick here is in a non-negotiable sector, cybersecurity. My choice is Palo Alto Networks. Panwu. AI is a double-edged sword. It's creating new threats at an exponential rate, but it's also the only tool that can fight them at scale. The 2026 thesis for Palo Alto Networks is platformization. For decades, companies bought their security from dozens of different point solutions, one for firewalls, one for cloud, one for endpoints. It was a chaotic, expensive, and ineffective mess. Palo Alto is the Microsoft of security. They are building a single integrated platform where all the pieces talk to each other. Their Cortex AI platform is the brain that analyzes data from all these sources to detect and autonomously respond to threats in seconds, not hours. By 2026, CISOs, Chief Information Security Officers, will be consolidating their budgets aggressively, moving away from 50 vendors to just 1 or 2 platforms. Palo Alto is the clear winner of this consolidation. They are using AI not as a feature, but as the fundamental core of their entire integrated security platform. My second cybersecurity pick and a more aggressive growth play is CrowdStrike CRWD. If Palo Alto is the platform, CrowdStrike is the AI native specialist. CrowdStrike was built from day one in the cloud. For the cloud, they don't have the legacy hardware baggage of older companies. Their model is all about data. Their threat graph is a massive brain that processes trillions of signals from millions of endpoints, laptops, servers, cloud instances every single day. This is a data moat that is practically impossible to replicate. The 2026 thesis is that as more companies are born in the cloud and existing companies migrate, they will choose a cloud-native solution. CrowdStrike's AI model gets smarter with every new customer and every new threat it sees. This creates a powerful network effect. While Palo Alto wins to consolidate the old enterprise game, CrowdStrike wins to secure the new enterprise game. They are fast, lightweight, and their AI-driven Falcon platform is beloved by security teams. By 2026, I believe they will have cemented their position as the new standard for endpoint and cloud security. Owning both Panwu and CRWD gives you dominant exposure to the two main currents in AI-driven security. Moving away from security, let's talk about the plumbing of the enterprise itself. My next pick is ServiceNow. Now, this is one of the most underappreciated AI plays on the market. Ask anyone in it at a Fortune 500 company, and they live inside ServiceNow. It is the platform of platforms for managing digital workflows. It started as a system for logging it tickets, but it has expanded to become the central nervous system for HR, customer service, and asset management. The 2026 thesis is straightforward: workflow automation. Generative AI is the perfect tool to supercharge the ServiceNow platform. Imagine an employee's laptop breaks. Instead of filing a ticket, they talk to an AI agent that diagnoses the problem, orders a new one, provisions it with the right software, and schedules a delivery, all without a human ever getting involved. This is what ServiceNow is building right now. They are embedding AI across their entire product suite. This is an incredibly sticky business. Once a company runs its core operations on the Now platform, they never leave. By 2026, ServiceNow will have transformed from a system of record into a system of action, using AI to automate away mundane corporate tasks at a massive scale. Now for our last two, which are a bit more forward-looking. First, the company that provides the fuel for all AI snowflakes, Snow. You've heard it a million times. Data is the new oil. Well, AI is the refinery, and Snowflake is building the pipelines and storage tanks. You cannot have an AI strategy without a data strategy. Models are useless without massive, clean, accessible data sets. Snowflake's data cloud has become the gold standard for enterprises to store, process, and share their data, regardless of which cloud, Ours, Azure, Google. It lives on. The 2026 thesis for Snowflake is their pivot from data storage to data platform. With their Snowpark feature, they are now letting developers bring the AI models to the data, rather than the old, slow, and insecure method of moving data to the models. This is a game changer. By 2026, companies won't just be storing data on Snowflake, they will be building, training, and running their proprietary AI applications directly on the platform. This makes their platform exponentially more valuable and stickier. They are in the perfect position to be the central, neutral data layer of the AI economy. Finally, the most controversial and potentially highest reward pick on this list, Tesla, Chla. You need to forget the quarterly car sales and the EV market share narrative. The 2026 investment thesis for Tesla has nothing to do with selling more cars than Toyota. The thesis is that Tesla is an AI and robotics company disguised as a car company. By 2026, one of two things or both will be much clearer. First, full self-driving FSD Tesla has a data lead that no other automaker can touch. They have billions of miles of real-world driving data which they use to train their neural nets. By 2026, the FSD software will either have reached a level of reliability that makes a robotaxi network plausible, or it will be a licensed software product sold to other automakers. The value of this software, if successful, is in the trillions. Second, and perhaps even more significant, is the Optimus humanoid robot. While other companies show demos, Tesla is building the Model T of robots designed for mass manufacturability using the same AI battery and actuator technology from their cars. By 2026, Optimus could be moving from a prototype to a working product inside Tesla's own factories. If Tesla solves bipedal robotics, it effectively solves labor. This is a high-risk, high-reward bet. You're not buying a car company valued at a high multiple. You're buying a call option on two of the largest addressable markets in human history, autonomous transport and autonomous labor. So there you have it. This isn't just a random list, it's a framework. We have the giants like Microsoft and Google, the infrastructure enablers like NVIDIA and ASML, the application layer leaders like Palo Alto and ServiceNow, and the future forward bets like Snowflake and Tesla. This provides you with diversified exposure across the entire AI value stack. These are not get-rich-quick stocks. This is a 2026 and Bayo ND portfolio. It requires patience and the stomach to hold through volatility. The one thing that's for sure is that this will be a wild ride now. I want to hear from you. This was my top 10 list, but what's the one AI stock you believe is being overlooked by the market right now and why? Drop your pick in the comments below. I read every single one. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.